All right, ready to dive into some A-list fun facts?
I'm all set.
Great. We've got some pretty wild trivia lined up today. I was reading through the script earlier and wow, some of this stuff is really unexpected.
Well, let's not keep people waiting. What have you got for us?
Okay, get this. Beyoncé once got paid $2 million just for like a 1-hour performance in Dubai.
Whoa. $2 million?
That's what I'm saying, $2 million. Like, what was it? Some private concert for a sheik or something.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Who has that kind of money to throw around for an evening of entertainment?
Right.
It's interesting, though, because this actually highlights a bigger trend when it comes to these top-tier celebrities.
Yeah.
You're not just paying for the performance, you know. It's not just about the music.
What do you mean?
Well, you're buying into this whole idea of exclusivity, the prestige.
Ah, I see. Like bragging rights almost.
Exactly. I had Beyoncé perform at my party. It's a whole different economic game at that level. The A-list stratosphere.
It's crazy. It's pretty mind-boggling. But, you know, it seems like not all celebrities play that game.
Oh, absolutely. There are plenty who are very down to earth.
Like Keanu Reeves, for example.
Yeah, he's a great example.
I mean, everyone knows he's incredibly down to earth. But did you know about this? He actually gave away a huge chunk of his Matrix earnings to the crew, the people behind the scenes.
It's true. It's a pretty well-known story, actually. Millions went to the special effects teams, the costume designers, all the people who worked so hard on those films.
Yeah, what a gesture.
It kind of challenges the stereotype, doesn't it?
Totally. Like that whole Hollywood image of ego and self-interest.
Exactly. Reeves clearly understood that a movie's success, it depends on everyone involved. You know, it's not just the actors we see on screen.
It's about teamwork.
Absolutely. It takes a village.
Yeah.
Or in this case, a whole film crew.
Okay, so switching gears a little bit, let's talk about an athlete who spends a fortune to stay at the top of his game, LeBron James.
King James. A legend.
And get this, he spends an estimated $1.5 million every single year just on maintaining his body.
It sounds like a lot, but when you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, you've got specialized trainers, top-notch nutritionists, probably the latest recovery therapies, all of that.
Yeah, he's got a whole team.
In pro sports, those tiny advantages can make all the difference.
Yeah, fractions of a second.
For LeBron, that $1.5 million, it's an investment. It's what keeps him competitive.
Keeps him at the top of his game.
Exactly.
Okay, ready for something a little more fun? A riddle.
Hit me with it.
All right, see if you can guess this one. Known as the Queen of Pop, with over 50 broken records worldwide. Who do you think it is?
50 broken records, Queen of Pop. It's got to be Madonna, right?
You nailed it.
Had to be.
Okay, here's another one. A tennis star with over 20 Grand Slam titles and a twin sister.
Oh, this has to be one of the Williams sisters. With that many Grand Slam titles, I'm going to go with Venus.
Right, again.
Good.
I mean, it's amazing how both Venus and Serena have just become icons.
Oh, absolutely. In and out of the tennis world.
For sure. They're role models, they're
You
advocates.
changed the face of the sport.
Totally. Okay, how about a little pop quiz? See if you've been paying attention. First question. Which actor has received over 10 Oscar nominations, but only won once? I think you can guess.
10 nominations, but only 1 win.
That's tough. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Keep going.
And the win was for, was it The Revenant?
You got it.
Yeah.
You're on a roll. Okay, last question for this round. Which rapper has the most Grammy wins? This one might be tricky.
Ooh, most Grammy wins. So many talented rappers out there. Could it be Jay-Z?
You nailed it again. He's
Yeah.
actually tied with Beyoncé for the most wins. Talk about a power couple, huh?
Seriously. In a league of their own. And both of them, I mean, they've had such a huge impact on music.
Yeah, and they use their platform for good, too.
Yeah.
Speaking out on social justice and all.
They really do. They're using their voices to make a difference. It's inspiring to see. It really is. They're setting a great example.
Okay, ready for another fun fact?
Yeah, hit me. Jennifer Lawrence. She still drives the same Volkswagen she had before she was a star.
Really? That's kind of surprising.
Right. You'd think someone at her level, I mean, she could have like a garage full of fancy cars.
You'd think so.
It seems like she values staying grounded, you know?
I guess so.
Like she's resisting that Hollywood thing.
The stereotype, yeah.
It makes you wonder, is it a conscious choice, you know?
What do you mean?
Maybe it's a way of holding on to, like, who she really is before all the fame.
Yeah, that's interesting. It does make you think about the pressures of fame.
All that attention.
It takes a strong personality to stay true to yourself when the whole world's watching you.
Absolutely. Okay, speaking of bucking trends, did you hear about this? Tom Hanks.
What about him?
He collects vintage typewriters.
Wait, really?
Apparently he has hundreds of them.
Hundreds. That's a serious collection.
It is. It's pretty unusual for a Hollywood A-lister.
Definitely not your typical celebrity hobby.
It makes you wonder, like, what draws him to them?
Maybe it's the nostalgia, the craftsmanship.
Yeah, or maybe like a connection to a simpler time before computers and all that.
It is kind of a reminder, you know, even in our digital world, there's something special about those old school ways of doing things.
Okay, ready for another quick quiz?
Bring it on.
Which actress known for her roles in romantic comedies is also a successful businesswoman with her own lifestyle brand? Any guesses?
Romantic comedies and a lifestyle brand. That sounds a lot like Reese Witherspoon, doesn't it?
You are absolutely correct. Reese Witherspoon, queen of the rom-coms and founder of Draper James.
I love that brand. They've got that great Southern style.
Totally. She's basically turned her Hollywood success into a whole other career.
It's impressive. She's ambitious and creative and clearly understands her audience.
Okay, last question for this round. Which actor known for his action roles is also a skilled musician and has even released his own albums?
An action star and a musician. That's got to be Bruce Willis, right? I remember hearing something about him making music.
You nailed it. Who knew John McClane had a musical side?
You never know what hidden talents these celebrities have. It's like they have these whole other lives outside of what we see on screen.
Speaking of hidden talents, did you know this? Natalie Portman is fluent in Hebrew.
Seriously?
And get this, she's co-authored scientific papers.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, she's always been super smart. Graduated from Harvard with a degree in psychology.
That's amazing.
It kind of challenges that stereotype, right?
Stereotype.
You know, that dumb blonde image that Hollywood sometimes pushes. Natalie Portman is proof that you can be both beautiful and brilliant. It's pretty inspiring to see someone excel in so many different fields. She really breaks the mold.
Totally.
You know, it brings up an interesting point. These fun facts we're talking about, they're more than just trivia, right? I feel like they give us a glimpse into these people's lives, their passions, their choices, their complexities.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy to forget that these are real people.
They're not just famous faces.
Right? They're just like us, with their own dreams and fears, and everything in between.
Exactly. And we've seen their generosity, their quirks, even their commitment to each other expressed in some really unexpected ways.
That's true. There's always more to the story. There's more than what we see on the surface.
Exactly. But wait, we have one last fun fact about a celebrity couple. And it's a good one. Ready for this? Get this. David and Victoria Beckham. They have this his and hers tattoo policy.
A tattoo policy? What, like they have to approve each other's tattoos?
No, not quite. It's even weirder. They only get tattoos on their left arms. Their right arms are totally ink-free.
Really? Why would they do that?
I know, right? It's so specific.
It's not like they're running out of space on their bodies for more tattoos.
Well, apparently the rumor is that it's symbolic.
Symbolic how?
Their left arms, the ones with all the ink, those represent their individual selves. And their right arms, the ones without tattoos, those symbolize their union, their commitment to each other.
Huh. When you put it like that, it's actually kind of romantic.
It is. Like a visual representation of their bond, you know?
It's a constant reminder of their partnership, even though they've both got their own separate careers and identities.
It's like now when you see those red carpet photos, you're going to be looking at them in a whole new way.
Totally.
It's a pretty powerful statement about their relationship.
And, you know, it just makes you think everything a celebrity does, it gets analyzed, right?
Oh, yeah? Every little thing.
Interpreted, judged.
Even their tattoos.
Even something that's supposed to be personal, like a tattoo.
It makes you wonder what other hidden meanings are out there. In their clothes, their social media posts.
Even their choice of words. It's like a secret code sometimes.
I think that's what's so fun about these deep dives. We get to go beyond the surface.
We roll back the layers.
You discover these little details. They make us see these celebrities as like more than just famous faces.
We forget sometimes, don't we? They're real people.
With real lives.
We've seen their generosity, their passions, their quirks, their love for each other. It's all expressed in these really unique ways. We've learned a little bit about ourselves, too, along the way.
Absolutely. Because even the biggest stars, they're human, just like us.
They're just trying to figure things out, make their mark on the world.
Exactly. So next time you see a celebrity in the news or on social media, remember, there's always more to the story. Don't be afraid to, dig a little deeper, ask questions.
See what you discover. You might be surprised.
Maybe you'll even uncover some fun facts of your own to share at your next party.
And hey, if you do, let us know. We're always looking for more juicy tidbits.
That's a wrap on this week's deep dive into the world of A-list fun facts. Thanks for listening.